Hey guys, welcome. It's your girl, Black Girl Minimalism. I'm here for February 2nd. Today is the read the night after the full moon in Leo. And I am seeing what the energy is going to be coming forward for today's read. I was listening to a word that was being delivered earlier, and a few things that I wrote down, not much, but I'll see if it resonates with you guys for today. Um, so the first thing being is God using a earthly story. This means that the earthly story is us as humans. We're living a life that is very normal, filled with ups and downs, and he uses that experience to tell a heavenly story. So what that means is the heavenly story comes through breakthrough. It comes through the difficulty and leading you to triumph. And why this experience is necessary, because it shows us the essence of trusting the journey. Trusting the journey and your walk. And when you trust the journey, you have to trust blindly that where you're going is going to reach a potential outcome that is for your benefit. And not only for your benefit, it's for your benefit not made by you, but based on the vision of what God sees for you. Okay. And the next thing that I wrote down is God wants to equip you for it. Meaning, when you're getting equipped for something, you put on your protection, you put on your helmet, you putting on all the things that you need to get you ready for where you're going. And so that equipment is to help you get through the battlefield. And so if you're in a space where you are in a battlefield or you're working through the battlefield, just know that he is equipping you for the space that he's walking you to, that heavenly meaning. So I hope that touches someone, and we will get started with the read. We're going to be utilizing the Clueless Tarot I don't have the words today. The Clueless Guidebook Tarot, Take 1. It's the wrong date because... Hold on. No, it is the right date. Oh, Aaron changed it to February 2nd. Okay, look at you, production manager. All right, take 1. And... yeah, let's get straight into it. I hope that you guys are having a beautiful start to this week. And I'm excited to see what comes up. All right, so the first thing to come up is the Six of Pentacles. And I always say what I think this card demonstrates, but it's Cher, it's her dad, and it's Josh at the table. And it's the shopping bags above them. So maybe it's a talk in regards to the finances. Erin's gonna laugh on this part, and
My finances.
she's gonna laugh. But that's fine. Let's see what the message is before we go into the full aspect of the read. So looking inward is the first step to seeing where you need a little bit more support. We were just talking about support to each other today. And asking for help sometimes if needed. As good as you may be at reading what other people need, others aren't as gifted. So sometimes when you need support, you have to use your voice. People aren't going to know automatically that you're in need of it unless you come to them and say it, because they're used to you being what, boo?
The strong friend.
The strong friend. And it is very okay to speak up about what you are looking for. So be specific about the things that you need. Also, the things that you want to pray for. Be specific. Be in the details. And who knows, maybe a friend has it sitting in their back in the back of their closet. Okay, bear with me, guys. The words, they're not coming to me today, but they're going to flow through. And so what I see this as is that somebody, and we've been talking about friendship lately, somebody has something, a connection, a word for you, something that is going to help you in your journey, where you're going forward, that's going to really come in a place of support for you. All right, so the next things that are coming up, we have the King of Swords. This is Lawrence in this deck. King of Swords. Okay. King of Swords. Hold on. This. Okay. Why can't I find swords? King of Swords, like the King of Swords, Lawrence is a leader. And when this kingly presence shows up in a reading, it is a sign that you have all the mental clarity that and authority to take on a challenge that was presented to you. So something is being presented to you at this time, like shaving a buddy's head. You're taking a lead on something. If you want to take on this challenge, you will succeed. So you're going to be successful in where you're going, but only commit if you are ready to see it through to the end. So it needs time and investment. Go big or get out the bathroom. The next thing to come up is the Ace of Wands. This is a phone call I'm talking about. It's a phone call coming in for you. Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands is the essence of inspiration. If you have a random idea, go with it. Communication is so hot right now that everyone else is totally motivated to try something new too. But that's a lot of power. So make sure you're not burning yourself out. So take time to take a pause. And this is where that mental clarity aspect comes in so that you can be clear about the things that need to come forward. This just fell out. The Justice card. We didn't read this yesterday. I'm going to read it today. We have also the Queen of Swords. Maybe reading through something at this time. The Chariot, you're on the move. So the Queen of Swords, what's this again? Did you
call out the Ace of Wands, Booby?
Yeah, Ace of Wands, that's what I just read. Queen of Swords. So the Queen of Swords is the Queen of No, Tardies herself. Why are you laughing?
I don't know either.
Janet Hung. And big surprise, she's here a few minutes early to remind you that the strongest boundaries are the ones you set for yourself. No joke. If you feel like someone hasn't been honest with you, you're not imagining it. But keep an open mind like Janet, and remember, not just anybody can pull off a patchwork jacket, meaning you're an individual. You love setting a tone. We go back to the leader aspect with the King of Swords. We also got the Queen of Swords. So you're in your masculine and feminine, or both feminine of that leadership aspect. It's like you have that I'm gonna take the action approach of things, but then with the Queen, she kind of sit back and know what to expect out of things. It's a very dip into the energy when necessary. So then we have the Justice card. All right, so the Justice, responsible and straightforward. Josh is a quiet but solid example of justice. He is honest to a fault, but knows when to put his own needs on hold and stand up to the bully. So maybe you be utilizing your voice to stand up for something that's not particularly affecting you but needs to be said. On his worst day, he might be mouthy and irresponsible, but truth prevails always. To thine own self be true. And Hamlet didn't say that. That Polonius guy did.
I know Mel Gibson, and he didn't say that.
And he was right. It's pretty clear that your search for truth needs to start with asking yourself why you want it in the first place. Your why. Aaron hates this because I literally, and why? Because I'm a why person. I need to know what's the reason.
She was that 2-year-old. Why?
It's given. Well, what's the reason?
No throwing shoes, booty.
Are you serious? Are you curious for the sake of gossip? Either way, the truth will out. But the truth will come out. I think that's what they try to put. But just remember that it's okay if you're not really ready for the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So there's a realization coming forward. Judgment. I see judgment and justice going together because I don't think it's gonna be a choice that you make. It's a choice made for you. You see the Nine of Pentacles. She's choosing from her options at this time. She's taking time and choosing from her options at this time. You have the Queen of Wands. You have the Ten of Cups. This is also a leadership energy because she was the volunteer captain for the Pismo Beach relief. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm going to choose 2 more cards because I want to read the Queen of Wands. Oh, too much. Okay. We have the Death card, something ending at this time. So we have the Chariot and we have the Death card.
And how do you see the Death card? Because I'm sure some people might see that as an ominous type of omen, but how do you see
like the same way I kind of see that with the Chariot too. So we have the Three of Wands. I think sometimes a death can be, I'm not going to physically say anything like a physical death. I just think it's like a choice to leave things behind, whether it's a pattern or like even with this Death card, it seems more like a test. So like maybe you were tested in some way and it needed to happen. Like maybe it's the end of a test, right? Maybe it was the end of a particular test because he has the test in hand and it has the X's there. But also like when I think about it, when Cher was taking her driver's test, she didn't pass it at first. And she was like, ugh. I can't remember that scene, but she really wasn't in a great headspace for it. And then once she got to a point of being able to handle things, I think it came in a different way. Maybe like the Pismo Beach relief. She was given another test, which was testing like her ability to do something out of her own, like without any expectation. She just did it just because to give back. So maybe that there was a reason, like she wanted to get her license to kind of go off and be shopping with Dion and just be out, doing aimless things. But then in the end, she ended up doing something that actually brought somebody together that had nothing to do with her and brought a cause together. So I've been called obviously over like a week and a half, 2 weeks for a place of service. So I think it's maybe not passing the initial test that was given to you, but it's going to be a new opportunity presented to you that's going to make you move you in a different direction that you didn't ask for. So I feel like that's what I'm seeing from this Death card. And then I want to read the Three of Wands because this is more phone calls coming in. This has a lot to do with phone calls. Did I answer your question?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Because, nobody really likes that card. Mm-hmm. So your ability to see all possibilities is unparalleled today. That's some pretty rad foresight. So you're able to see things in the far rather than the now. Like, how can this lead me in the future versus like, this is happening to me now? Why not put it into better use and make low-key plans with some friends? They're probably itching for an adventure too. Even just planning something is enough to get those creative juices flowing. Try it before your next big project. So I think it's a call to like maybe speaking with someone that you trust, or just speaking with even if it's one person that inspires you in some way. If it has to do with creativity or if it has to do with work, whatever it is, if it's 9 to 5 or it's entrepreneurship or it's I want to try something new that I've been thinking about and I know you're also interested in this, what do you think? Maybe that person's also thinking over something else as well that's very similar to you. So I think it would be helpful to talk with somebody who inspires you in that way. So yeah, I hope that you guys received this message. I will be back to talk to you this afternoon. Erin hates me for like changing the angle of things because her hands on my tripod. But I love you guys and I will see you later. Bye.